Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with As Easy As by Sanabas. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. That means in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. Now every clue outside the grid is either an X sum or a sandwich sum, and it's up to us to determine which. So if they're an X sum, then whatever digit goes next to the clue, say this was a, let's pick a bigger one. Let's pick the 9. Say this was a 3. Then that would mean that we use 3 cells, including this 3. We use 3 cells to add to 9. So we already have 3, so we need to add to 6. We could do 1, 5, for example. So 3, 1, 5, that adds to 9. We could also, say for this 6, we could make this 2, 4. Or we could make this 3, 2, 1. Right? So this tells you how many to use, and that many adds to our digit outside, if they're an X sum. Now, if they're a sandwich sum, then say, let's use this 9 again. Between the 1 and the 6, you need to, the digits in between the 1 and 6 add to that value outside. So this could be 2, 3, 4 like this. So between the 1 and the 6, these digits, 2, 3, 4, add to 9. That matches our clue. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. Okay, first thing I see is I know that a 1 cannot be a sandwich clue because the 1 is by definition outside of the sum. Same with the 6. So we wouldn't be able to put something in between them that adds to 1. Now a 1x sum just has to be a 1 next to it. So that's a gimme. A 2 is not possible with x sums. Because you can only add to 2 with a single cell, but if you're going to use a single cell, you're putting a 1 there. So even if this 1 wasn't placed here, if this 2 was the only clue in the grid, we would still know that the 2 was impossible. Because if we want to use 2 cells, we're going to exceed 2. If we want to use 1 cell, we're going to be lower than 2. So this is a sandwich sum. And it means that we have a 1 somewhere and a 6 somewhere, 2 squares away with a 2 in between. So, but I don't know where that's happening. But that's a sandwich. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark X sum sandwich. I don't have a good mnemonic here. I'm going to mark green for X sum and purple for sandwich next to the clue, just to remind myself what's what. A 3 clue also cannot be an X sum. No, it can. It could be 2, 1. Sorry, 3 can be 2, 1. It's 4 that's not possible. Because 4, you can't use 3 cells. That's minimum 6. Can't use 1 cell. And if you use 2 cells, then how are you adding to 4? It'd have to be 2, 2. So this is also a sandwich sum. And because we can't use the 1, it's going to be 1, 4, 6 somewhere, or 6, 4, 1 somewhere. Because we can't do 1, 3 in the middle. That means that this 6 cannot be the sandwich sum, because we know the sandwich sum in the row adds to 4. So this is an X sum adding to 6. So we could be a 2, 4, or we could put a 3 here, and this would be a 1 or a 2. So that's how we pencil that. We don't know, we can't pencil this third digit, because if this is 2, 4, this third digit can be whatever. But if it's 3, then this is a 1, 2 pair. It does mean this can't be 4, which is kind of interesting. If you think about it, because if this is 2, this is 4, and that means this can't be 4. And if this is 3, then this is a 1, 2 pair, meaning it can't be 4. So it's never 4. These 3 and 7s oppose each other. So one of them must be X sum, but unfortunately the 3 can be an X sum. So, and it's definitely the 7 can be. 7 can't be an X sum in 3 though, which is interesting. If we try to put a 3 here for an X sum to 7, how are we making 3 digits add to 7? And the answer is, well, you can't, because the remaining 2 need to add to 4. The only way to add to 7 and 3 is 1, 2, 4, which skips the 3. So if this is an X sum, then it's a 2. And if this is the X sum, then it's a 2, meaning there's a 2 in one of these two. 9 could easily be an X sum or a sandwich. 5 could be an X sum or a sandwich. If it was an X sum, it would be a 2. So is it this sandwich here? Have to do with where the 1 and 6 go? It's interesting, actually. Yeah, okay, that's the issue. So if this was 2, 4, No, we could do, yeah. See, remember this 4 needs to be inside the sandwich in this row. But now it can't be because the 1 and the 6 aren't around it. We can't do a 1, 3 in the middle of it. So we're not doing that. We are doing 3, and then this is a 1, 2 pair. And then this is 4, 5, 6. This is 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3. All right, so we know the 4 is in between the 6 and the 1. So the only way that's going to work is to put a 4 here, a 1 here, and a 6 here, and that's 5, and that's 2. All right, perfect. This is a 5. It can't be a 5x sum anymore because there's a 6 sitting here. So this is a 5 sandwich. Sorry, sandwich is purple. This is a 5 sandwich. And so we have to do the 6 and then either a 5 or a 2, 3 pair. And then the ones here are here. Oh, the 1 can't be here. There's 1 in the box. So this is just 1 and 5 then. All right, how about this 3 then? Yeah, that lends itself very well to doing 2, 1 here. If this was 7, the 6 would be here. You can't do 7 and 3 without the 1. So this would be where the 6 is if the sandwich is 7. If the sandwich was 3, we'd have a 6 here and a 3 here. Does that mean 6 is one of these two? Because these can't both be, well, they could both be x sum actually. Can they? Yes. No. No, they can't. Remember this, if these were both x sums, they'd both want to be a 2. They both can't be a 3 x sum. So one of them must be sandwich. So the 6 isn't one of these two. Because if we have a 3 sandwich, the 6 is here. And if we have a 7 sandwich, the 6 is here. And so this one here is either the 6, so that it can be the 3 sandwich, or it's part of our sum to 7, which is unfortunately a lot of options, 2, 5, or 3, 4. So I guess I can't pencil that. We have this 9 here. If we did the 9, it would be 9 and 3, and we'd have to do 3, and then these two would add to 6. It would be 3, 1, 5. Because the 2 is gone, so it can't be 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 4. So if this is an x sum, the 3 is here, and then this is a 1, 1, 5 pair. That seems viable. If we need to add to 9 between the 1 and 6, I don't know. I don't think we can look at that yet. 1's in one of these two. Oh, the 1 in this box is just placed. That's been sitting there. I don't think it was particularly helpful. Shoot. Well, we know the 2 is in one of these two, because one of these has to be an x sum. Which means the 2 is not in the sandwich. So actually, we can't do 2, 5 in the sandwich. So this is only 3, 4, 6. Well, yeah, I mean, if this was 2, this would be 5 for the x. If 7's an x sum, this is 2, 5. And that's 6. And that's 3. And that works great. If this was 6 with a 3, 4 pair, this would be 2. And that works great. What am I missing? How about the sandwich over here? This can't be 1 or 6. Ones are, hold on, where do ones go? Ones are limited here. One of these two is a 1. So if this was a 1, this would be 2 and this would be 6. 1, 2, 6. Making this 6, 3, 4, 2. If this was the 1, then we do 1, 2, 6 this way. So this cell here is either, it's not a 2, right? So, oh, this one's just not a 2. Never mind. That's easy. So this is 1, 2, 6 that way. That places the 1. Okay. So if we wanted to do a sandwich, we'd have to put the 1 here and the 6 here, and then this would be 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that works, because then this would be 6. Wait, does that work? No. Wait, no, but this could be, if this was x sum, what are we doing? Yeah, this is 5 if this is an x sum. I'm getting confused. If the 9's an x sum, This is 3, this is 5. Which would make this 6 and 3, and this 2 and 5, and that's perfect. If this was a sandwich, then this is a 3-4 pair if we have a sandwich. This is 6 and this is 3-4. And so then this would be, oh, so no matter what, this can't be 6. If we're an X sum, this can't be 6. That's too big. We'd be 3, 1, 6. And if we're a sandwich, we can't do a 1, 6 sandwich. There'd be nothing in between. So this is always the 6, which means we can't add to 7. So we're going to have to add to 3. And then this is 2 and 5. Now with a 5 here, we can no longer add to, we can no longer have a 9 sandwich. And so we're going to have to do the 3 here to make it a 9X sum. So that's green. So these two digits are the 3, 4. And that makes that 4 and 3. That's 6 and whatever. This is 4, 5, 6. Neither of these are 6. So that's our 6. The 2 is done. 4 is... Are there any still waiting to be completed? I don't think so. I'm going to get rid of the colors now. We can complete this row. It's a 4. And then this is 2 and 6. The 6 tells us that's 2 and 6. This can't be 2, so that's 3 and 2 and 3. This digit's a 5. That's 4 and 5. That's 5 and 4. And then these two digits are 2 and 4. That's 2, that's 4. And we're done. I forget what 8 was for. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We missed the 8. All right. Well, how'd you do?